Mike, welcome back to Cheltenham. Always good to see you here. And I suppose the one thing you didn't think would be happening when you said, yeah, I'll come along to Cheltenham, is that you'd actually be turning your arm over today.
No, that was. I did have an agreement with Will. He said suggest bowling over. I said, well, I don't think I can bowl one ball. He said, no, just bowl one ball. So I said, okay, but it's not really. I've had 2 ops on the shoulder, and I won't be turning my arm over. Unfortunately, I would have loved to, but I think I would have fallen over, or my arm would have fallen off. So no, I'm not.
But how good is it to be back here at Cheltenham? I mean, it must just bring the memories flooding back.
Oh, fantastic! I mean, we know it's such a glorious day as well, and just very sad that there's no Gloucestershire on playing. But having said that, we'll take the result, that's for sure. But always a great pleasure to come back to Cheltenham. Very, very happy memories of some fantastic games. And the thing I really have a good feel about Cheltenham is, the people are always warm and friendly. The spectators are very close to the action. And it's a good cricket wicket, it's a fast outfield, and it always seems to be good cricket here. If you can bat, you'll get runs, and if you can bowl, you'll get wickets, which is the essence of cricket.
And even in the 2 days against Glamorgan, that was still shown that you still need to apply yourself properly as a batsman, and then you can get rewarded.
Absolutely. That's exactly, you hit the nail on the head. If you bat properly, you'll get runs. If you bowl properly, you'll also get wickets, which, that's the cricket is a balance between bat and ball. A lot of the times, particularly with limited overs cricket, you get too much balance with the bat. So it's nice to see that balance, and Cheltenham always seems to have, apart from the result yesterday, but in general, the pitch seems to get that balance between bat and ball.
Series starts tomorrow between England and South Africa. You'll be watching probably more keenly than most, I'd imagine.
Yeah, very much so. Important for South Africa. They're going through not a transitional period, but they've had their ups and downs in Test cricket. One-day cricket, they've played pretty good, but it's going to be tough. England, I think England are probably marginally better than South Africa. Jimmy Anderson's a fantastic exploiter of pitches where the seams around a bit. They've got a fantastic all-rounder, and I think they probably just hold the edge. South Africa, with the captain being back home, a little bit of a disruptive. It can't be an excuse, but it's always a little bit disruptive when you haven't got your main captain, and particularly when he has taken over. The last 6 months or so when he's been in charge, South Africa have really performed very, very well. So a little bit disruptive, but as normal, it'll be good cricket at Lords.
And the first test at Lords, where England haven't always had the best of records in recent years, so there always seems to be an opportunity for touring sides who raise their game at the home of cricket.
Absolutely. It's one thing. 94, we'd been out for 20, hadn't played the Test series since 1965, I don't think, before 94 when I was coach. And it does bring the best out. People talk about which is the best ground you've played on, which is the best ground, but to me it's just a non-event. It's Lords because of everything that goes with it. And I think over a period of time, I think England have really struggled to do well at Lords for the very reason that you say. The touring teams come here, and it really uplifts them, and they play to their maximum.
You mentioned looking back at your time there as coach of South Africa. Of course, great player, not just for Gloucestershire, but for your country as well. You got a book out as well, Caught in the Middle. I suppose that sums up just about everything that went with your career, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's a good name for the book. I had my ups and downs as a match referee with Harbhajan Singh and banning him for racism, and which was very unfortunate I had to do it, but I had my reasons to do it, and that's in the book. I had problems at the Oval with Pakistan and England when the game was awarded to England because Pakistan refused to play, which I spoke about there. I still can't quite get over that. But, the test match has just been abandoned because one side has refused to play, which wasn't quite the case, but the timing was wrong. So it's an interesting book, and I go through a few highlights of matches I've played in, and it's not a total autobiography, but I just bring out a lot of when I played in Rhodesia and then the Towel and World Series cricket. A bit about World Series cricket, 1970, rest of the world in England when the South African tour was cancelled, which was fantastic fun under Sir Gary Sobers. So I think the readers will enjoy it.
I suppose it's not been without controversy, has it? And that's just cricket all over because there are so many opinions within the game.
Absolutely. A lot of the time it's about opinions. It's one's opinion against the other, and that's the beauty of cricket. It's like selection. It's just the guys who've chosen to select, it's their opinions, and that doesn't always go along with what other people think. But it's a fantastic game, and I think as Mark Nicholas got a book out too, a beautiful game, and that about sums it up.
A beautiful game, a game in good health as well. How do you assess the state of cricket currently?
Well, I think very healthy. I think what's unfortunate is what we're seeing in Australia, because they had an agreement, and I don't know the ins and outs, so I'm not going to try and pick sides. But to me, when the game is, I think, very healthy, and one of the reasons it's healthy, you've got a lot of very, very good players around, and there's a lot of money around, and money does tend to rule at times. And here you've got Australia, where the players are making a lot of money, Australian Cricket Board's making a lot of money, and they can't come to an agreement. I just find, I find it very strange. And it's almost a case of saying, go to America and get Kissinger. He'll sort it out. You need someone in the middle to suss the two sides out, because it's really not good for the game.
At the complete opposite end of the game, the foundation for you back in South Africa, how's that going at the moment?
Yeah, very well. I've been very fortunate with Gloucestershire Cricket to have helped me, and the Gloucestershire Exiles. Sarah Blown's been fantastic, and we've got the foundation taking off in England as well, which is very, very good. So that's becoming healthier and healthier. And the amazing thing, I've probably had a lot more support in England than I have in South Africa. But there is a lot of poverty around South Africa, and a lot of schools in the same situation that I have. That's been a little bit unfortunate as far as I'm concerned. But fortunately, Gloucestershire, the Gloucestershire Exiles, and people in England have been very receptive.